Today we have a video from ArrestFlix, and the title of the video is "When Fleeing a Crime Scene on a Motorcycle Goes Horribly Wrong."
On the afternoon of October 16th, officers in Cincinnati began receiving multiple emergency calls reporting a possible shooting in the Westwood neighborhood. As dispatchers worked to gather information, the situation was still unfolding, and officers were moving quickly to respond.
Hey, you're Richie. Let's go. We gotta go. It's that address up on the bottom of Goebel. It's a shooting. Female being assaulted by neighbor. First floor, third party. Subject with gun is female, black, tall braids. Suspect in a white vehicle.
2469 now getting a stabbing, same location, guys. Guys, she's walking past you for the call taker. Suspect's walking away, white suit. She's walking right past the officers on scene.
As officers arrived on Westwood Northern Boulevard, the situation was already serious from the 911 calls, but before they could even get out of their cruisers, 28-year-old Austin Huss suddenly took off. His motorcycle roared past them as he sped away. He ignored the sirens and every order to stop, kicking off a 20-minute chase that would soon change everything.
You know, hold this door, make sure nobody comes out.
I got no blood. Alright, two closed doors. Alright, please. Outbound on Great Montana.
Outbound on the boulevard. 3207, I got Great Montana.
I'll be the third car in the pursuit.
Do you see anybody coming in now? You're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Have you heard anything? No screaming, no yelling?
I just heard a yelling,
Hallway here at Hopple.
building. I think that was the cop. That was
Another group of officers that had arrived at the scene found that the victim had already been taken to Good Samaritan Hospital. Because the injuries were serious, the victim was later transferred to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center for further treatment. As of today, authorities have not released any updates on the victim's condition.
Right now, Montana looks like he's about to come from the door. Montana heading off towards Westport. Passing Baltimore heading towards Westport. On Westport, about
See, the one thing about these motorcycles, and I know people love them, but one wrong move and your ass is grass. You know, it's bad enough getting into a car accident with a vehicle. You know, it could go bad, but getting into an accident with a motorcycle, you have no protection. You got one little dinky old helmet, and that's it. Like, your ass is grass, man.
While on the roads, the pursuit continued. The motorcycle made its way onto Interstate 74, moving with the flow of traffic at speeds estimated between 50 and 60 miles per hour. For several moments, the chase carried on along the highway, the rider continuing forward, officers following behind. At the time, the situation was still developing, and the information coming in was limited, leaving officers to respond in real time to what they believed was an unfolding emergency.
Did you guys see anybody get hurt today?
No, we didn't. I can't say I've seen nothing. We've been in this
All I
building
heard was
right here.
they were arguing real bad down here.
Okay.
That's all I heard. But it's normal down there. It's just another argument.
Right,
I
well,
think it would escalate.
it came into something more serious than just an argument, so
I got
that's why we're all here going into people's apartments.
Right.
But you guys can't give me anything to go
No
off of?
confirmation other than the other guy I've seen with the guy on the bike. Is all I
Well, we're on pursuit for the bike, so I'm not worried about the bike.
I copy you and yourself. Copy, passing Elmore. 31.
31, Market 7 is clear. There's no victims.
Okay, still trying to locate the victim.
Operation building 2465, correct?
2469. 2469.
33, I'm about to lose him. He is on a bike. Am I allowed to him?
No.
Yeah, you can't pit on a bike.
Copy now.
Cop said, am I allowed to, I think he said, am I allowed to pit? Or, you know, he is on a bike. You can't pit on a bike. I'm pretty sure that you can't pit on a bike.
He is on a bike. Am I allowed to him?
Yeah.
33, I'm about to lose him. He is on a bike. Am I allowed to him?
I'm about to lose him. He is on a bike. Am I allowed to pit?
No.
Copy now.
8211, I'm down here. I'll keep going ahead.
8211, copy.
There's no inbound vehicle.
Shit, a pit maneuver on a bike.
Copy about sequence.
He might die.
As the pursuit moved through traffic, officers tried to bring the motorcycle to a stop. For a brief moment, it appeared the rider might slow down, but he quickly slipped through the vehicles ahead, continuing on as the pursuit carried forward.
See, bikes can get in the tiny spaces that the cars can't.
Ron Hopple passing Meeker. Speeds are currently 30.
See, for a motorcycle, you will be better off trying to. You would be better off. I think you would be better off in the street, like in the city streets, if you're trying to weave in and out, like for a motorcycle. When you doing a police chase, when you going on the run and you on the highway, it's even playing field because there's so much room. Where on the street, there's not a lot of room. But yeah, this guy, man, damn, one wrong move and it is over. It's so over. And it don't even got to be you to cause the accident.
Going south on Coleraine.
He back in the city now.
On Alfred Street heading towards Spring Grove. Speeds are 40.
See,
8225, he crashed out at Dalton and Hopkins.
The motorcycle lost control, crashing violently near the intersection. What had been a pursuit just moments before ended in tragedy.
Start fire.
It was a lady wearing white. When we first pulled in, we didn't get that description, so we passed her. We had somebody else here, so we started running this way. And when we did that, that's when they put out the description of this person.
Okay. He's not responsive at the moment. So let's start CPR. Fire? Yes, fire should be started.
told you. You done. You get in an accident on a motorcycle.
The motorcycle just takes off as we were trying to figure out what's going on
So
here.
we don't even know if the motorcycle's involved.
Correct. We don't have a victim to speak to. No one saw.
He came straight out.
He went out that way too.
I mean, it could be.
But we don't have anything confirmed on the.
Other than he's fleeing from an active crime scene.
Right. But we don't have a charge.
Do you think he was going to hit you?
I mean, he was coming straight at me, but
Did you have to jump out of the way?
I moved out of the way.
The FOP says the suspect wasn't wearing a helmet and no officers or bystanders were injured. One victim is at UC Medical Center and had surgery.
When Austin Huss lost control of his bike, the investigation into the Westwood violence effectively hit a dead end. Because the pursuit ended in a fatality rather than an arrest, the truth of what happened that afternoon remains locked away. There will be no trial, no testimony, and for the victim still recovering from surgery, there is no one left to hold accountable. The case sits in a drawer technically open, but practically over. It leaves many to wonder if the outcome was inevitable, or if the tactics used that day forced a tragic end. For 20 minutes, a high-speed chase was maintained through city streets and tunnels, a decision that transformed a search for a suspect into a life-or-death gamble. On a motorcycle, the margin for error is non-existent, and as the speeds climbed, the risk to the public and the rider eventually outweighed the hope of a peaceful surrender. Instead of backing off, utilizing air support, or waiting for a safer moment to intercept, the pressure remained constant until the bike simply had nowhere left to go. In the attempt to secure justice for one crime, a second tragedy was authored on the pavement of Dalton Avenue, leaving a family grieving in a case that will likely never be truly solved.
Yeah, that's a good point, Margin for error on a motorcycle is non-existent. It just is. You can't mess up. That's why the motorcycles are so dangerous, man. Because car accidents, as you know, you could be driving perfectly fine, but somebody else could be a maniac on there and smack you. And with a motorcycle, you have no protection, none. Like, yeah, you get a dinky little helmet. Okay, great. All right, cool. That's important. All right. But man, you could go flying out off that bike, man. And your ass is grass. That helmet ain't doing nothing. You out of here. Yeah. Good luck to you guys that ride the motorcycles, man. Cause I know you be riding the motorcycles. I know you do. I know you enjoy them. Know what I'm saying? I know it's okay. Nothing wrong with it. Just be careful, man. If you would like to support the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Also, hype the video. YouTube has a new feature where you can hype the video. Helps it gets pushed out into the algorithm. Those are all free things to do. If you're looking for some paid options, you can also send a super thanks, super sticker, or look in the description for our YouTube membership and our Patreon link. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated.